video, I'll be covering financial maths, just using a few examples. This person has a base pay of €19 per hour, where they work 7 hours on Friday, 8 hours on Saturday, and 6 hours on Sunday. What is their total for Friday and Saturday? So we just take our base pay of €19 per hour and multiply it by 7 for Friday and 8 for Saturday, and that gives us €285 for those 2 days. They're paid 50% extra on Sunday. How much does he earn on that day? So if he earns 50% more, his new wage, if he earns 50% more, his new wage is now 1.5, because it's 150% of his normal pay. So that is going to be $28.50 per hour, and he works 6 hours. So we're going to do €28.50 multiplied by 6, and he earns €171 on the Sunday. Then we're told his gross monthly income is €1,900 per month at a tax rate of 20% and a tax credit of €312.50. Work out his net income per month. So we'll take the 1,900 and multiply that by 0.2, because it falls in 20% tax bracket. So he's going to pay €380 in tax. So that's his tax. But he has a tax credit of €312.50. So he'll only actually pay €67.50 in tax. So to work out his monthly income, we take our 1,900 and minus €67.50, $1,832.50. He puts 2,500 in savings at 3.2% for 2 years. What is the total amount in 2 years? So we're going to use our compound interest formula, which is like this, and that is in your formula and tables book. So our final value will be principal, which is 2,500, on 1 plus our interest, but our interest has to be changed to decimal because that is in percent form, all to the power of 2. In 2 years, he will have 2,580, so he's earned €80 in interest. Next question is about USC. So the band are as follows. Lucy pays at all 3 rates. How much does she pay for the first 2 rates? So these 2 bands, up to €12,012, she pays at 1.5%. So we'll take our €12,012 and multiply that by 1.5%, or else 0.015. And then we're going to add our next 5,564 at 3.5%. That will give us 374.92. Lucy's gross annual income is X0. She pays 5% of her gross income in USC. Write an expression in X for USC payment. 5% of her gross income, it's going to be X times 5%, which is 0.05, or 0.05x. Find X, her gross income. So we know she pays X times 0.05 in USC, but we also know that she pays 374.92 plus X minus our 17,576, because it's above that. So it's going to be her top, which is her income, minus 17,576. And that is at an interest rate of 7%, so 0.07. We only have X as our unknown, so we can rearrange the equation. We'll get 0.05x equals minus 855.4 when we multiply out our brackets, plus 0.07x. Since we have the bigger x on the right hand side, we're going to bring over our 0.05x and move the 855.4 to the left. That gives us 854.5 equals 0.02x, because it's 0.07 minus 0.05. Divide both sides by 0.02x, and we are left with 44,270 euro as our gross income. If we want to convert $600 to euros, where €1 is $1.18, so we have to find out what $1 is in euro. So we divide both sides by 1.18 because anything divided by itself is 1. So that gives us €1 all over 1.18 equals $1. Next, we're looking for $600, so we're going to multiply both sides by 600, and that gives us 600 on 1 over 1.18 equals 600. So this gives us €508 and 47 cents. A few handy formulas. We have our compound interest, where this is our final value, our present value, our interest, and our time. Then for our net income, it's going to be net income equals our gross income minus tax minus the tax credits. Our profit is our selling price minus our cost price. So our markup is going to be our profit over our cost price, and our margin will be our profit over our selling price. Typically, they'll tell you to find profit as a percentage of the cost price, and that's the markup. So there's a few ways of how they word these types of questions. So if you just do a few of them, there's only so many questions they can really ask where they're not repeating themselves. So it's very handy to learn how to do this properly.